What is a good story? Many people would like to think they can differentiate between a good story and a bad one, but what specific criteria affects a story's likability? My name is Aaron, and this is my journey to create my own story. So, this is going to be a video series, mostly because I don't have a lot of time to finish this first video, and also in no way, shape, or form is this project gonna be easy at all. It's gonna be a very, very long time before any substance actually comes out, especially because I'm a very busy person. I will get busier, and this is a pretty daunting project for me. But anyway, to get into it, there are four things I'm going to be focusing on that I believe are the most important things of creating a good story. The first one is purpose, the second one is plot slash characters, third one is presentation, and the fourth one is promotion. You guys can probably tell what each of those mean just by looking at them. It's not exactly difficult to figure out. For this first video, I'm going to be focusing on, I think, a little bit of presentation and a little bit of purpose, and I'll get into what those actually mean. But just know I'm not creating any plot in this first video. That'll start mostly in video 2, I believe, and there's not going to be any like promotion type stuff in this video. So just a heads up. So the four P's I sort of mentioned earlier, purpose, plot slash characters, presentation, and promotion, they're all four of the factors that I want to consider the most while actually like pursuing this project. So in this video, I said that I would go through purpose a little and presentation a little. And what I mean by that is I'm basically going to tell you guys why I'm making this and also what format I'm sort of making this in, what medium. Because stories come in all shapes and sizes. They come as webtoons, they come as mangas, comics. They also come in books like web novels, like paperback, hardcover. They also come in the form of movies, films, TV shows, but also animations. And so there's just a lot of different covered areas of storytelling, and that's sort of something I want to tackle today. The next thing I'm going to talk about in this video is what medium I'm deciding to use. And so I'm going to send you over to the drawing board for that one. Now, there are going to be multiple things to consider when thinking about a medium. The four that I am mainly considering as of right now are a web novel, a book, a manhwa, and a manga. Now, there are going to be pros and cons of each option, but just to name a few for now. Pros of like web novel and books is that these require writing. Oh my god. Right? Which is much easier to do than these two, which require illustration. Because writing I can do anywhere. I could travel and I could still be writing on a laptop, but I have a PC, so I can't actually illustrate um, if I'm like on the go. A book is a single release, or multiple, considering if there's multiple books, but for the most part, it's single release, while the other three need to be like updated over time. And so I will have to take my schedule into account when considering this. Overall, I think I'm gonna eliminate the book just because I don't want to have to go through this entire process just to not get published, right? It's much easier to publish a manhwa or a manga or a web novel than a book and be because these three things, most people read them online, right? At least nowadays. So there shouldn't be too much of a problem of getting it out there. Web novel is probably going to be the easiest out of all of this, just because illustration takes forever. Manhwa episodes come out weekly, and even then, that's your entire job, right? And mangas sometimes come out weekly. I think I'm gonna try either a web novel or a manhwa. I'm not gonna do a manga, just because I think I like manhwas a little better. There is one thing to consider though, that a manhwa is usually color, while manga is black and white, which probably means that the manga is actually going to be easier out of the two. But I don't want to have to deal with like learning paper sizes and all that. I'd rather just use a manhwa in order to figure all that out. Um, yeah, I think I will try maybe for like a couple of episodes to do a web novel alongside it, just so I can see the two. So I'll try either of those, I think. Overall, I think I got a pretty good, decent chunk done. This video, I'm sorry it's a little short. It wasn't meant to be long. It's sort of both promotional and also for me to get my foot in the door. This project is something I've been stalling on for a while. I've worked on it in bits and pieces, but actually not for longer period of time. And so just getting this video out there sort of makes me take it more seriously, I think. In my next video, I'm going to be talking a lot more about plot and world building and all that other stuff, and what I'm planning to do with the Webtoon format. So I'm sorry if this video was pretty boring. I promise you the next one's going to be better. I hope. See ya.